carrot cake was store-bought, but it was good. Well, this is a story song. It's about a fella whose given name was Maurice Graham. And he pretty early on decided he didn't want to be Maurice Graham. And he opted out of that. In fact, he opted out of society in general. He became a hobo by choice. Renamed himself Steam Train Maury. And proceeded to turn himself into a living legend. He dedicated his life to being of service to people who were generally ignored, forgotten, or in hard-to-reach places. He went to VA hospitals and prisons, talked to the guys, and more importantly, listened. He was elected king of the hobos, and that's how I found him. It was through his obituary. It read in the New York Times with a headline, Steam Train Maury, king of the hobos, dead at age 89. It grabbed me right away. I had no idea that hobos had kings. I had no idea there's still hobos, but there are. And the way the elections are held, it's an interesting process. See, hobos have a convention every year. They convene in a little town called Britt, Iowa. And anyone who wants to be the king nominates himself. Same with the lady hobos. Anyone who wants to be the queen nominates herself. Then they stand on a milk crate and give a speech about how they're going to improve the reputation of hobos across the land. It's interesting. I mean, if you got a little time on your hands, you ought to go to the hobo convention. It's a slice of Americana for sure. Well, Steam Train, he was elected more times than any other man. And when I read his obituary, I felt as though I knew him, but I didn't have a picture of him. So I Googled his name and boom, immediately, there he was. In what must have been his publicity photo. Standing next to a steam train, looking all dapper and handsome. To me, he looked like Santa Claus. The day after Christmas. But when I saw his picture, I felt my heartbeat pick up. I could tell this guy, he had charisma and certainly had a way with the ladies. For a picture of a man to make my heartbeat pick up is a little bit of a interesting situation. Miracle. But I knew what it was. I knew what I was feeling. Just good old-fashioned love. And that's a good reason to write a song. This is for Steam Train. Steam Train Maury died last night. His wife Wanda by his side. He caught the westbound out of here, hopped the high irons to the by and by. They say he jumped 1,000 trains, rode 1,000,000 miles for free, helped out at VA hospitals and penitentiaries. Dandy Dave and Rusty Nails and Sweet Lady Sugar Cane, Dead-Eye Kate and the Baloney Kid. men, puppets on a string, among windswept vagabonds. Steam train was the king, alas. Of the Hobo King. He was the last of the Hobo King. Bums drink and wander around. Tramps dream and wander too. But a hobo was a pioneer who preferred to work for food. He knew how our nation was doing by the length of a sidewalk cigarette butt. Born with an aching wanderlust embedded in his gut. Hounded, beaten, laughed at, broke, chased out of every town with his walking stick scepter, with his shredded coffee can, crown the last of the Hobo King. He was the lion of the Hobo King. The last freemen are hobos, Steinbeck said, and he paid cash. The stories he bought helped him write The Grapes of Wrath. But boxcars have been